Hello there guys, and welcome to the very first video for the Honest Meeple YouTube channel. My name is Tom and you will know me from Instagram and my website as the Honest Meeple. I hope you follow me on Instagram. If not, do go pop over and check out my content there. But yes, as promised, I want to start and have now started a YouTube channel. On here I hope to bring you all the latest kind of reviews, the features, news, unboxings and any other content that you suggest and that I think is a great idea to start looking at and reviewing or featuring on this channel. So the main kind of basis of this channel will be to do a feature in every video, so that'll be a top 5, top 10, games that I like, games that I'll be playing, anything really, and that will change each video. As you can tell from the title in this one, today we'll be looking at the top 5 party games in my opinion, ready for the party Christmas season and the new year of course. So yes, without further ado, let's get started. Straight in with my number 5. However, before I start, I should mention, you're probably looking at my background. If you haven't noticed or didn't know, and you've got a Nintendo Switch, Carcassonne is now available on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I got into board gaming actually through an app, through Splendor, and it wasn't until an advertisement popped up for the app on the App Store for the actual physical game that I kind of got into board gaming. That was my entry level, my gateway game. But Carcassonne, if you're a fan and you'd like it on the go and don't have to lug the box around and you're a fan of the board game apps, Asmodee have released Carcassonne on the Nintendo Switch, hence the background. But there we are, that is all for another video. I'm sure I'll be getting hold of that and trying that out. However, as I said, on to my top 5, and number 5 straight in is the very adult, very mature, very explicit Gutterhead. If you haven't heard of Gutterhead, it is a adult party game that promises to make you squirm and really test people's limits and their knowledge on all things kind of adult. It's basically an adult version of Pictionary, dirty Pictionary as I like to call it. So you split into teams, those teams will nominate a player to roll a dice, they'll move that many spaces, whichever space they land on will depend on which card they draw, and on that card there will be a word or phrase that dictates something explicit and they have to draw it, and the teams have to guess what they're drawing. The first one to get it will then roll again, and the first person to the end wins. Really simple game, great fun if you're either thinking of having a party with some alcohol. That might be a good shout. It does actually give you the drinking rules. You can actually incorporate drinking. Please drink responsibly, I might add. But also this is great for students. I was a student a few years ago. This is the sort of game that I would love. We were big fans of Cards Against Humanity. This would have been right up our street. Met up with some uni friends recently, played this and we had great fun. It was really funny. But as I say, definitely 18 plus, adults only, so kids stay away. So yeah, my number 5 is Gutterhead. A great party game to get involved with. My number 4 is a very small portable game that a lot of you will have played before. That is, of course, the Mighty Tin Dobble. Now, Dobble is it's one of the simplest games I've ever played. Inside you will have circular cards, and on these cards there will be 8 different symbols. Each card will have a matching symbol, a unique matching symbol. So you look up here, you get these 2 cards together, and the matching symbol on there is a tree. You can see that there. And yeah, you basically go around. There's actually 5 mini games in this. The main one that I like to play is I actually forget the name of it. I believe it is called not the Towering Inferno, the Well. So basically you deal out all the cards, then you put 1 in the middle, and you turn over your top card and you basically have to find the matching symbol, call it out, put the card down, and the first to get rid of all their cards wins. So it's a bit of a challenge just to see whether you are actually listening. I'm going to show you these two cards. Just tell me in the comments below, where's the matching symbol? There we go. But yeah, that's Dobble. Great fun for both kids and adults alike. Adults, if you want to incorporate drinking again, it gets a lot harder when you're intoxicated. But there's various different variations as well. There's Star Wars Dobble, Disney Princess Dobble, and they've even released a waterproof one for the beach, which I think is a fantastic idea. But yeah, there we go. That's Dobble, my number 4 in the top 5 party games. So yeah, that brings me on to number 3. Number 3 is, again, a classic that has become really popular recently. And they've just released a new edition of it, which is fantastic, and I've managed to get hold of and play a lot of, and that is Obama Llama 2. Obviously the successor of the ever-popular Obama Llama. It is a mad rhyming charades game where you will have a rhyme, so perhaps Barack Obama riding a llama, George Clooney pulling a Mooney, all sorts of different mad rhymes in there, and the player has to describe it to their team. Each time they get it, they'll get a point. They'll have a set amount of time. When that time is up, every 3 points, they are then allowed to turn 2 cards over that are laid out in a grid on the table, and of course it's basically like Snap. There'll be pairs, and you have to find the rhyming couplet. The rhymes that go together, and the team with the most at the end wins. Really simple game, really good fun. Definitely one to get people into who aren't perhaps that into board games or haven't kind of discovered the hobby or got into the hobby that much. It's definitely one that I found people will play and then go and pick up at the shops, and they love it. Now, if you're looking for something a bit more festive, in the same genre, pretty much the same game, is Santa Banter, a miniature-sized, Christmas-themed Obama Llama. Exactly the same concept, just smaller. I say smaller, it's just a smaller box. The cards all the same, but it's just a nice little stocking filler for those who like Obama Llama, or if you want a Christmas-themed version, it's there. So yeah, that's Santa Banter and Obama Llama, my number 3 spot. And before I move on, I would just like to mention as well, I guess it's an honourable mention, but not so much because I haven't actually played it yet. It just sounds really good. That is another game from Big Potato Games, Don't Get Got. Now, this game is, I will admit, was very weird to me to begin with. I couldn't quite get the concept, but basically you play it while doing your day-to-day things or playing another game. Basically, you'll be given 6 tasks, and they're all written down on small little bits of paper. And these can be either kind of like make a player yawn, hide this card somewhere in a jam jar, tell a player that something is voice activated and get them to try it. There's a bit of a laugh. Basically, you have those kind of tasks, and the first of 3. The first person to complete 3 of them is the winner. But they can go on for the whole evening. You have a little pouch and you put them in. It's a great little concept. I'm really looking forward to playing it when I've got my game group here and we have another game night. It's something that will keep people entertained while they're doing other things as well. It's great. So I guess a bit of an honourable mention, just kind of look out for this. I will be putting a review up on my site, the Honest Meeple. And yeah, looking forward to it. So that's kind of a 3.5, I could say. So that's Don't Get Got. So that takes me on to my number 2 game. My number 2 spot. The game in spot number 2 is, of course, Codenames, the ever popular party game that has taken the board gaming and general world by storm. So much so that you go to Tesco now and you will find, you go to any supermarket, you will find Codenames. It has just grown in popularity, and it's such a simple game and will really get people involved of all abilities, of all ages. The concept is you have a grid laid out with a random selection of words. 2 players, we will split into teams, 2 players, 1 from each team, will be the Spy Masters. They will be given a grid with various different colours on. Apologies, I don't actually have the game. I don't know where my copy is. Someone has borrowed it and I don't think they've given it back. But yeah, sorry. So there's a set number of colours for each team, red and blue, and you basically have to give one-word clues and get your team to point out those words that are your colour. Every time you do that, you reveal an agent. If they pick the wrong one, they could be picking an innocent bystander that will end their go and go straight on to the next team, and you just continue back and forth. What you don't want to do is select the word that is the assassin. Select the assassin and it is game over. Really simple to kind of play, really simple to get started with, to explain. You'll have people playing for hours. Whenever I've brought it out at parties, at game groups, you'll be playing it for hours, non-stop. It will be constant. Let's play again. Let's play again. It's just really engaging, really interesting concept, and one that's just stood the test of time. I mean, it's been out for a while now, and as I say, it's kind of a testament to the game that it's now available in a lot of retailers here in the UK. Something you don't see with a lot of board games. So yeah, that's my number 2, Codenames. Now, yeah, we've zipped through those quite quickly. However, before I get on to my number 1 game, my top party game for the Christmas season, well, for any season, I wanted to make an honourable mention, again, to a game that I've recently, again, managed to get my hands on and play. One that I managed to find on Amazon, interestingly. Unfortunately, Amazon UK don't stock that many board games, and when they do, they're quite expensive. So I was pleasantly surprised to find Amazon selling this for a good price, and it was in stock. I don't think there's stock anywhere at the moment of this game. I know that it was at, I believe there was a lot of stock over at Essen. There was also, I think there was some stock at PAX Unplugged. But anyway, enough of that. It was hard to get hold of, and if you haven't played it yet, as soon as you can get hold of it, do get it. It is, of course, the roll and write game, not necessarily roll in inverted commas, but Welcome to Your Perfect Home. Now, in Welcome to, you are building and constructing and upgrading a 1950s neighbourhood. You will have houses, and every turn you draw 3 cards. Those 3 cards will have numbers on. You have to put that number down in the rows. You'll have 3 different rows of houses. They have to go in ascending order. And along with those numbers, you can also choose to use the ability. So you can build pools. You can increase the value of the houses. You can build woodland. Upgrade that neighbourhood, basically. And it's such a simple concept, such a simple game. If you're new to board gaming, see it as a bit of kind of a super souped up Yahtzee. It is very simple to get along with, and it can be played with as many players as you want, really. It's not necessarily a party game. I don't think I'd get it out in a party environment, especially not one with non-board gaming, with a non-board gaming group. However, with my gaming groups that I go to, this is definitely one that I do pull out occasionally. It's good fun for everyone, and it's easy to get on with us. So yeah, that's my honourable mention before we get to the top party game. That is Welcome to. So that brings us on to the final top party game. Officially, Honest Meeple's top party game is a bit late because it's not Halloween. One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Now, One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a great little party game. It is basically a bluffing game, a bluffing card game. Each player will be given a card to begin with. That character will either wake up at night or won't. So there are werewolves, there are troublemakers, there are robbers, there are seers, there are troublemakers. There's all different types of characters, and all of them have separate abilities. So, for example, a werewolf will wake up. They'll be the first to wake up in a night, and they can see whether there's any other werewolves. If there's not, they can look at a card in the centre. And hopefully it's not another werewolf, because then they can use the card that they look at to be their disguise. There's also the seer that can either choose to look at 2 cards in the middle or one of the player's cards. The robber can steal a card and look at it. The troublemaker can switch players' cards, and you can end up with a completely different card by the time you wake up and it's a day phase. It's basically how it works. You simply close your eyes and all these actions happen in a set order. It's highly recommended that you get hold of the app for this. It makes it a lot easier. Otherwise you have someone who has to know the order of which players wake up first, and it's just, it makes it so much better. The bloke who narrates the app, his voice is rather creepy, but that just adds to the theming. So yeah, there's expansions for this as well. There's One Night Ultimate Vampire, One Night Ultimate Alien, I think it's called. Beta Games have also released 1 Week Ultimate Werewolf, which is a bigger version of this basically, but with lots of different mechanics. I personally haven't looked at it yet and haven't had a chance to try it out, but I will do because I absolutely love this game. So yeah, that is my top party game, One Night Ultimate Werewolf. It's a great little bluffing game, and as I say, highly recommended, especially if you can get hold of the app to play it. So there we are, my top 5 party games. As I said at the beginning, it is just my opinion. I'm not saying that other games aren't worthy to be in my top 5. It's just at this moment in time, these are my favourite ones to play in a party environment at the moment. But that will probably change as more are released, or I go back to older games that I've kind of haven't played for a while. If you think I've missed any out, or you've got any further ones that you'd like to add to the list, please do pop them in the comments below. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. But yeah, there we go. That's my first video for the Honest Meeple. I will hopefully make this a regular thing. I'm hoping to put out a feature at least monthly. I will also be doing the kind of a quick reviews, quick fire reviews, unboxings of new games that I get. I have backed Monolith Games, Claustrophobia, board game that's being released in January. I believe they're shipping tomorrow, actually. I had an email saying it was 48 hours and to check my address, so I believe it's shipping to, well, they're in production, sorting everything out tomorrow. If I get that before Christmas, that'd be great. But I'll be doing an unboxing of that and an in-depth review. I've got various other games that I'll be looking at doing. I have just got hold of Ghost Stories as well, so that'll definitely be something that I'll be trying out, because I've been waiting for a while to try that game. Anyway, in the meantime, if you like any of these games or are interested in any others, do head over to Zartu, zartu.co.uk. Zartu are a UK board game retailer online. They do have a shop in Norwich as well. They aim to be the cheapest, but not only that, they provide excellent service as well. Do go check them out, and as a thank you to you guys, they've been very kind to provide a code that will save you 5% at checkout. That is Honest Meeple 5. Pop that in the coupon code box and you'll get 5% off your order. So that's Zartu. Do go check them out. You can search them on Google or go to their website direct, zartu.co.uk. I do write for them, so do go check out my reviews and my blog posts on there. I am a regular contributor, so do go and have a look. And yes, I also have my website. I've recently updated it, and everything will be going on there as well. You can also go check out my podcast. If you're interested in how I got into board gaming, that's a great place to start. Go and have a listen to that. The first episode's up now. That's over on my website. The link's on there at honestmeeple.co.uk, or just search the Honest Meeple podcast in your favourite podcast player. It should come up. So, thank you very much for watching my first video for the Honest Meeple YouTube channel. I hope you come back for the second one, and as always, I welcome suggestions. Pop them down in the comments below as to what you think the next video should be. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I will see you all next time.